some parents be like, okay, let's say you brought your results back home and they look at you and like, okay, you came 5th in class, but you came 6th in class, or even you came 2nd. The person that came first, do they have 2 heads?
No, you didn't. You didn't even say that well. Like in the Nigerian context, wait till you go find for school. Like the person will get first position, not 2 head carry.
That's where the whole talk of mama's boy, they are validation seekers. Nah, like you heard it before. Every girl will be like, I don't want a mommy's boy.
Oh, they still say it now.
Yeah.
No,
Nobody wants
a mommy's boy, yeah.
That's what they worship me.
But it's the truth. Like, nobody wants a mommy's boy.
Like, do you think that a mommy's boy is a validation seeker?
Local stories, global insights. This is the OyaGistMe Podcast.
Oya now, we dey come.
All right, people, you're welcome to the show. It's the OyaGistMe Podcast. My name is Chris Oko. Awesomeness is my name. And as you can see, I'm not alone. I have your favorite girl. I also have, to my right,
Magdalena Otu.
And the gang is complete. You see the new setup.
I'll say yo.
You see the studio. You see the crest. You see the vibe. The vibe check is on 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, people. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight into the video without wasting your time. Real quick. Our topic for today is something very, very interesting. Something also quite puzzling because a lot of people are trying to find it out.
Yeah.
We're talking about seeking validation and self-worth. People are finding their self-worth. People are finding validation. We're going to combine both of them. Tell you what it is, how you can get it, where do you stand when it comes to your self-worth, and how to understand who you are as a person. Let's get straight into it.
Oh, okay. I feel like this topic on its own is actually, I don't know, it actually hit hard.
Yeah.
It hit hard. Like you said earlier, a lot of people are actually struggling with this here.
Mm-hmm.
I think for some people, a lot of people have tied their worth to the applause, the accolades that they get, the claps, but when none of that stops.
Yeah.
What are you without all of that?
True.
So this and more, what we're going to be discussing on this particular episode.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
first off, I'm going to first try to define self-worth.
I like how you said try.
I'll try. Don't do that. I'll try to define self-worth and then try to define validation, or the act of seeking validation. Self-worth to me is you understanding and knowing who you are and also being able to express that person confidently. That's my layman understanding of self-worth. Knowing, the ability to know, understand who you are, and so showing that this is who I am effortlessly. Now, when you seek validation, let's talk validation now. The act of seeking validation is obviously you trying to look for joy, so to say, or try to concur with something based off the response you get.
And say like they're
both interwoven in a way. Yeah. So there are people who seek validation in a good way, and there are people who seek validation in a bad way.
Okay,
do you agree with me?
Before we even validation,
let's
hear, Lena, you tell us like what is self-worth to you?
Okay.
For me, self-worth is an intrinsic belief to say that you are valuable. Yeah, you're belonging of love. Like you're love worthy. And then that's just it for me. Like you are valuable of some things to yourself. That's self-worth for me. So let's hear from you then.
Self-worth to me is knowing that I have value even when no one is cheering.
Okay.
So self-worth, basically showing up for myself, like showing up regularly, giving 100, even when the room is empty. Like, I know I have value.
Okay.
I don't need anybody to talk for me to tell me that.
You saying that value part and knowing you have value now brings me to the validation and self-worth and how both of them come hand in hand. Now, there are people who don't know their self-worth because they are looking for validation. On who they believe they should be. True or false?
True. That's
so when does validation now or seeking validation becomes a problem in you exercising your worth as a person. Because to me, I think people who tend to want validation from other people to know who they are or know what to do, or to even believe that this is what I deserve, it has to be based off of what another person tells them. They're like, you know what, you actually would suit this position. You not knowing what you would suit, you have to wait for someone to validate that particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's now when it becomes toxic. That's when it becomes a problem.
Actually, it becomes a problem. Basically, validation seeking on its own is just looking for somebody else's approval or confirmation or acceptance to your own thoughts and actions. Like to your own thoughts and actions. That's basically seeking validation.
Yeah.
But then, rightly, what you said, right? What you actually said, right? I'm actually coming to that. And then, you said something. You were talking about something before I actually came into this.
About self-worth.
No, not even. You mentioned something about validation.
Yeah, people who are always seeking validation as a means to why they want to be this worthy of particular things.
Validation seeking behavior.
You know, when you say you need validation, let's say for my parents, if I want to do something and I think about it, I'm like, you know what, I really need to call these people and know what they think about this step I'm about to take. That's me seeking their validation, right?
Of course, yeah.
But now
it becomes a problem.
That can be a problem when
you feel like you cannot do this thing, like you
without
can't do
asking
anything
them.
Without asking.
That's what I'm saying.
Now you're hitting the nail on the head, because then it was more like you were trying to give an intro of what seeking validation and then you're entering with this. So that's why I was like, no, I'm sure you're getting somewhere.
It's two-way. You could be asking your parents and it's a good thing, and then if you need whatever they're going to tell you as the basis of what you would do, it might also still be a problem.
Yes. See, validation seeking is not wrong.
It's not wrong.
On its own, it's not wrong, because sometimes we seek validation to know what exactly we're doing. It's just more like, okay, maybe in our profession, or my profession as an MC or public speaker, you get, there are times that I get to host events, and I want to understand what my audience think about that event I've hosted. Because there are some times that you feel, oh, you've done your best in this job. You get, and then you brought your A game. But why you don't know you flopped while talking, or you flopped while acting good.
How did you think this was? How did it go?
In that case, validation is necessary to work on ourselves, to want to become better at what we do. That's validation seeking. It's good. But when it comes to you seeking validations to everything you want to do, like, okay, it's more like people tell you what you do all the time. It becomes a problem. Without saying it, you don't know you're on the right path. You don't know you're doing what's right. You just want to hear from somebody. It's just more like, okay, maybe I come on a show and I'm like, okay, what do you think about my shirt? Is this thing all right? Can I go with this? It becomes.
will not answer you again.
It becomes some people will answer. Some people will still answer. But it's a negative. It affects me negatively on my path, because I won't be able to do anything if M is not with me.
Not there. That's what I'm saying. What if the person is not there?
If M is not with me, and it affects everything about a person.
Yeah, people will need those kind of validations to live. Now it gets to a point where we can't control life. Let's say you lose this person to death, or the person just goes, basically. The person, you cut ties, is no longer your friend. If the validation of that person is what helps you to be you, you can't be you.
Of course.
You just disappear at that point, because at that point, you're now like, you know what? I really need to hear if she thinks this was good. If what I did right now, if he thinks that was good. Once you're someone living with that mentality, your validation seeking, it has taken you to the abyss, because I don't even know if there's a comeback from that. Because at that point, you don't know anything again for yourself.
It takes a long
way to come back from that.
For such people to realize themselves and come back, especially using this example you've used, like, maybe you lost a person that has always told you, see, your whole world will crash. You feel you're just alone. You don't even know what you're doing at that point. So it's only maybe you get to hear inspirational talks, or you have somebody else standing beside you and telling you, you know what, you can pick the pieces of your life and move on. And how long will you have to wait to hear that before you pick up? So
nobody has
really,
that power.
It's a very good topic that people are supposed to look into. Like, if you're such a person, you start working on it now before you affect it
I
over
don't think
time.
we have this conversation enough, and it's a conversation that needs to be had. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, if we're talking validation seeking, if your self-worth is tied to it's tied to the what you call now, like we call it.
So how people validate you or something.
It's tied to what people think about you actually. Then
there's a problem.
I know we talked about how there's a good side, there's a bad side.
Yeah.
But if for you to feel worthy enough to be in a space or worthy enough to be in, to do a particular thing, someone has to tell you, oh yes, you are, you're worthy, you can do this, or you're great, you're doing
right. You always feel you're doing wrong until the person tells you you're doing right.
If you're waiting to hear all of this
before
you know you're actually doing something good, then there's a problem.
Yeah. But do you know another thing again that affects a lot of persons, a lot of people on the surface of this earth, and they don't know it affects them. This validation seeking sometimes results to low self-esteem.
True.
Because when you walk into a space where you know that I can carry myself, you've told us like you know yourself. See, I don't know. I think we're not really hitting this the way it's supposed to. You get the way it's supposed to.
A lot of people how will you wait for someone to tell you?
Because you walk into a room. See, for me, I used to feel I'm enough. I can do it. Like there are particular affirmations I give myself. I don't care who needs to hear that. I don't care who stands there and who does not. My friends, I'm sure if they're watching this, they'll tell you, me, I'm a go-getter. I don't care where it's coming from. I'm this kind of a person that believes I can have it all. Like, I'm worthy of this. Why will I not have it? Why am I not supposed to? If people can do it, I can walk into this place and perform what I want to perform to. So sometimes a lot of people suffer from low self-esteem because they don't have the confidence. They don't have that.
And then maybe they
don't have the self-worth. They don't know their self-worth. Exactly, before they walk into rooms. So it's really something that I think people out there are supposed to take. You grab it, you take the bull by the horn. You tell yourself that you are worthy of this thing to have it. And I think with that, you won't be having low self-esteem. Even if I walk into a place and someone doesn't tell me, you're beautiful today, I don't care.
I know.
Like, I know I'm beautiful. I don't need your validation to know I'm beautiful. So you see, like if I'm walking out of my door, I already know, okay, you know what? These sneakers I'm putting on, it's okay.
It's fire.
I don't want to know what somebody else has to say about it. I'm not saying if I'm on the right path, you shouldn't correct me. No, I'm not saying that. Self-worth. I'm just trying to talk about you knowing self-worth. Some people can actually come out not looking good, and you can walk up to them to be like, sis, your hair, why not the hair? If you had put this wristwatch like this, it would have balanced well. That is even different. That's non-validation seeking. So we shouldn't you know, in the explanation, some people have a way of interpreting things. So please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm just talking about self-worth. You knowing your self-worth and knowing what you can do. Knowing self-worth takes you to rooms that people don't even know you be in. You get exactly. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot still.
So let's move on to the next point. Now I think we've already mentioned like a bit of it. Why do people seek validation?
No.
For me, I think people seek validation based off backgrounds. There are people who mentally they grew up in a place where they need to be validated that this thing you're doing is right by a particular set of people. You know, now this might also be your partner, this might be your parents, this might be your siblings, might be your uncles, guardians, friends, but these particular persons, they just have to look at you and say you're doing well. And for them, that is their all. So in everything they do, they are seeking that validation from those people. That you did well, or no, don't do it. From those people, regardless, no matter what anybody does, no matter what anybody tells them, if even they find a partner and they want to settle down, they will say, no. This person has to confirm from this. And that's where the whole talk of mama's boy, they are validation seekers. Like you've heard it before. Every girl will be like, I don't want a mommy's boy.
Oh, they still say no.
Yeah.
No.
It's a validation.
Nobody wants a mommy's boy,
That's why they workshop me.
But it's the truth. Like, nobody wants a mommy's boy.
Do you think that a mommy's boy is a validation seeker? Let me even start from that. Do you personally think that?
You know, when we talk about validation seeking, you see, asked the question and said, why do people seek validation? I think we should start from there.
Okay.
For some people, I'm going to say for some people, it's either an insecurity thing. It could be a childhood thing.
Trauma thing in the beginning.
Childhood trauma thing. It could be Okay, I mentioned insecurity. So like, it could be anything. You know, for let me start from childhood, for instance. Now, there are people that growing up, they were mostly only praised when they achieved something.
Yeah.
Meaning their parents would not just come and tell them, you're doing great, or you can do better. It was always maybe then
you had to do something for you to get
top of the class, or you were like maybe best in sports or something, or you won beauty queen, and if there was nothing significant like that for them to celebrate or praise, they never received any kind of praise. So growing up like that, it just felt, I have to do something big first for people to actually, do you understand? See me. For people to, so with that, now I keep feeling, am I doing right? Am I doing this thing right? Do you understand? Is there somewhere else? I mean,
I will become irrelevant if I don't do anything.
Kind of and with that, nobody's going to see them. So for some people, childhood. You know how even as little as, let's just come back home a little here. African parents. I'm saying Africa because it's not just in Nigeria. You know, some parents be like, okay, let's say you brought your results back home and they look at you and like, okay, you came 5th in class, but you came 6th in class, or you came 2nd. The person that came first, do they have 2 heads?
No, you didn't. You didn't even say that well. Like in the Nigerian context, wait till you go find for school. Like the person will get first position, not 2 head carry. You get that kind of thing, yeah.
So when it's not this stuff like that, or they tell you, can't you be like
Emeka
cannot be like,
comparison.
you understand? Comparison. A lot of people start having like inferiority complex. So it's like I need to be a certain way. People need to, you understand, applaud me. People need to see me a certain way for me to be relevant, for me to feel worthy. Yeah. Sometimes this is where it stems from.
Do you also feel like publicity and the internet as well could also play a part in that? Because a lot of people see people, and because of what their comments or their fans say about them, if people don't tell you that, you feel like you're not doing it. You're not making it happen.
It does. It affects a lot, the social media, the internet kind of thing, yes. But I think on the other hand, people are beginning to realize that you don't. There are lots of people coming out because of social media space too. People are coming out to educate, like what we're doing right now. We're educating people to know, okay, you know what? This is not the way it's supposed to be. I think young people are beginning to realize now, even though I know it has messed with a lot of young people's brains. Like some of them cannot even come out of it. Like if I'm with little girls, what I tell them is sit down, we have a discussion, and I tell you, you know what? This you're saying has to be like this, it's not like this. The earlier you learn this, the better for you. It will make your life better. You know how to take things when you see them. You don't always accept everything you see online because of this. And I have to give them instances and examples. Why do you think that this thing is like that? Don't you think that I give valid reasons why you should brainstorm and feel, okay, you know what?
You shouldn't just look at the internet and just take it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Though it has really affected a lot of persons. As you said, inferiority complex. Inferiority complex deals with a lot of persons. Even a lot of adults these days. Some people still battle with it till now. I'm talking to you. They don't even know because it has messed with their brains. Like, okay, you know what? I need to operate, or I need to act like for people to know that I'm okay. I need to do like this. But while you were talking, you said something about when it comes to okay, I know it affects. We have talked about it being positive or having a positive effect and a negative effect. When you spoke about results and comparison results and all of that, comparison results for parents or for me comes in 2 ways.
Okay.
There are times that growing up as a child, it affected me in the positive way, in the necessary way positive. I mean, in the positive way necessary. Because I learned a lot, and I learned how to stand. We're talking one time and I told you about my schoolmates that you said that you actually know is your cousin, your distant cousin. It had to bring me, because my parents were always like, don't you think you should do? Don't you? Why not? You should. I don't know, but maybe my dad had a way
of...
But
that's the thing. It's communicating this. Sometimes you say this is from a place of love, how it comes out.
Exactly. It should be how it comes out. You see, one thing
and my dad... how the child also takes it.
How the child takes it.
So for you to be...
My dad... No, basically, how most children take it. It's like a general way. It ain't painful. Why would they be comparing?
Exactly.
It's painful. At that point, it will be painful. But on another hand, by the time you sit down and reason, like a child, like a good child or an intelligent child, to say,
call me a bad child.
That's when
call me a bad child.
Intelligent child.
Finish.
When you sit to talk about, you sit to reason what your parents have said, you now understand. Okay, truly, truly.
I can do better.
When Stephen came first. What happened? Rosemary came second. Where was I? And we were in class together. Exactly. You now have to sit. You don't have to sit to think about it. Like, and we're in the same class. I can do this. That's when your thought as a child or as a different child comes to play. But when it comes to others, now others get very angry at it. How the child takes it becomes different. It takes it aggressively, no. Why would my parents ask me to do? You get.
Sorry, let me cut you. Because
no, wait.
Nobody.
Wait.
Pointing accusing fingers.
That's like your preference or your understanding of it. Now, me personally, I wouldn't say I was like stubborn towards it, but I was paying it every time. I was paying it every time they compared me with someone. And instead of being anger, like you said, I actually wanted to learn. Like I would literally like go back and I beg my friend. I would even beg my friend that teach me.
Wow.
Yeah.
But like every time he taught me, and every time I go back to read, I just couldn't understand it.
Like the voices ringed in your head or something.
Like, exactly. I'll just be seeing the letters flying up and down or something like that.
The letters were always dancing.
The letters were dancing. And the next thing I'm thinking, I'm drawing on the book. Like, I would literally start drawing on the book. And that was just the most stupid thing because when you draw like that, that's the time your mother will just come back. Boah. She will say, see picking what I talked to yesterday.
You don't do the same thing.
You go, they draw for the book. You understand? My mom could not understand why to her, she believed that I refused to just learn maths. But I just couldn't understand it. I just couldn't. Now, I believe people are different. Yeah, the same thing with the kids. There's a way the parents can say it in a good way, in a bad way, shouting or anyhow. If the child wants to pick up that challenge and the child is open to learn, the child can learn.
The child can learn.
But the child cannot learn this thing, even if the person tries and the child cries and the parent shouts. Yeah. The child will just not learn.
When it comes to
mathematics, or it might not just be maths, it might even be biology, it might be English, it could be anything.
I think the onus here is actually on parents to understand their children and understand how to. You have 4 children, you cannot communicate with all 4 of them the same way.
And they will understand the same way.
Yeah, true.
Because they are different. They are different human beings. They are unique beings. Do you understand? So the way they will communicate with the first one. It's not the way they will communicate with the third or the second. Last.
Yeah.
You have to. So that's coming from a place of parents. You need to understand.
Know what works for each of them.
Like you know one thing my dad does was. My dad used to be a teacher. He was an army officer actually, so he taught in ND, so he could teach.
Army officer and teacher.
I started learning. Yeah, my mom was actually a teacher, but my dad could teach her as a teacher that he used to be in the military. The thing is. While growing up, I learned a lot. My dad would literally pick a board. We had a drawing board a writing board.
And he would just start solving.
He teaches us. How I learned deep ABC was not from school. It was from my home. My younger brother, my immediate younger brother, oh God, I'm sure if he's watching it, like, you're calling my name.
Yeah. Why calling him out?
We're not naming names.
We're not naming names. We're like, that one, oh God, now beat the beat time. With a piece for pounds, what is this? Hot. The moment you're mentioning it now, he will forget. I thought you're asking, he's calling a hot a cup.
That just shows he's different.
That shows he's different. But what my dad did was, he will literally beat him, correct him. But when he cries and he calls him back, he had to learn, like, okay, wait, why is this child not picking up? Now he had to go back and be like, okay, all of them don't have the same
IQ.
Exactly, same IQ. They don't have the same learning ability or catching ability. He had to separate him and started teaching him slowly, like, okay, you know what, this is like this. Oh yeah, go back, go and play, come back. What is this? That was how this child started picking up. That till today, fear catch us for round. Fear catch us for round, because at some point we were like, hey, you should say this one.
You ever learn?
This guy.
Yeah, it's like that. Let's not
to play so much.
Let's not go into parenting.
So we're like, he loves to play so much. At some point we're like, hey, you should say this boy go pass for school. But when he graduated, we were all shocked. When he got to school and he could pass up everything, like clear his papers, are like, so something still did his head. So it's just a way of understanding your children, to know who gets this and who doesn't. You call them, you teach them, you make sure that because they all have different learning abilities.
That will also help the child also know himself, because he knows that this is how I
don't get these things easily.
You understand?
Like, then I don't know how to read
I have to use night class if I know I want to get better. The child will be able to adapt. So let's not go deep into parenting, please, so we don't debate. But like, these are stepping stones and foundation for someone to find their self-worth and know what you're worth.
Your self-worth.
For ladies, for guys, it could be different. Growing up, like,
ladies,
I believe to know
we
yourself.
want a soft girl. That's our self-worth. I was coming to that, like, come on, we're all talking about.
When you mentioned social media, I literally said soft life, because the truth is, stop looking at me like that. But the truth is, what people put out most times, it's literally not all. I mean,
money.
Exactly. Most times they just show you the end result. They never actually show you
the
work they put into it. So sometimes you see this and you're like, I want to be like this person, or do you understand? You not start feeling, well, the people that feel less than their worth because of what they've seen other people post.
You're just clowning.
But my point is,
don't look at other people.
Everybody wants soft life. But the truth is, it's life. There's always going to be pressure. There's always going to be there's always going to be that hustle. That's
what people don't talk about.
That's what they don't talk about. That's what they don't understand.
Feel that it's just for me to sit down. With the way I'm sitting down, things should just align. It should just come to me because I'm a girl. But they don't understand.
You have to work.
That's what a lot of persons don't understand. That's why these days I really appreciate people coming out to say their stories. I love the fact that now they invite celebrities for talks to come and say their lives, like, talk about your struggles, let people learn. Before it wasn't like this, and it was like messing up with heads.
And when you see stuff like that, people that want to copy people and feel like, I have to be like this person just to feel relevant.
You don't know the person's struggles.
If I tell you my struggle,
what the person has gone through.
If I tell you the struggle, oh god.
At the end of the day, you're waiting for people to validate you.
Man.
Yes, I mean, you've gotten to that point now. We can clap for you. I keep asking this question: who are you going to be? What are you without the applause?
Exactly.
What are you without all of the cheers? Like, when all of these
are you hiding? Are you crying?
You just have to be you.
Love you. Learn to love you, learn to be bold, learn to stand up, learn to find you as well. A lot of you are not comfortable in your own skin. That's the first problem. Be comfortable in who you are, and then always try to
Can someone be very confident but still love to seek validation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
You can even be a president.
You wanted to make it say very yes.
A very yes. A very yes.
It's a very yes.
It's a very yes from me.
Yeah, you can be confident.
You can be so confident.
So confident but seek validation.
Okay, let me rephrase. Maybe not validation, seek so much approval.
It's still validation.
I've seen someone say she's a perfectionist, and then every time she does something, she's always like, I'm always doing everything here. Can't you people see that I'm doing it? Then she would ask the next person, her 2IC. Did you not know what I did the other day? Nah, the person was my boss, so I don't talk deep. But
serious?
She would always why are you always asking this woman? And sometimes the 2IC is just caught off guard. She doesn't know what happened. She would just be right, and then she's like, don't you remember that day? Hey, yes, ma'am. That's seeking validation. She's the boss. She's confident in what she's doing. But at the same time, she wants someone to always say it and let everybody know that I did this. You understand? Nah. I hope she's not. I hope she's not. It was a long time ago. I was dreaded. She was paying me 15K that time, and it was big. It was big.
Now I hope she sees that.
It was big for me. She knows my family house. Anyways, just love yourself and learn to appreciate what you do. You don't even need anybody to tell you that I'm doing well. But if they tell you, take it. If you tell me, yeah, Chris, you're looking tall and awesome.
No, why? No, we're not saying you shouldn't.
Thank you.
No, we're not saying you shouldn't receive validation or for people
but
to applaud you. No, of course, but don't base your life on that. Your life should be
If it comes, it comes.
Yeah, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, you just still you know your worth and all of that. You still keep going, irrespective of validations and that stuff.
What she said.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So don't forget, guys. I keep saying this. You have value. You have value. Remember that you have value, and remember that your self-worth is
everything.
It's everything. It's your quiet confidence. It's literally what makes you you.
Oh, Chris is tearing out.
Like, it's just so emotional. It's so motivational.
Are you serious?
Whatever she said, yeah, clip it.
Goodness.
Put it very nice. Yeah. Know what your word, man.
It's having peace in your own skin.
I don't want to cry.
I mean, I could go on and on, but I don't want this guy here to cry. I'm gonna stop here.
You know what we do? Like, comment, subscribe, drop your comments. Tell us sometime that you've thought that you're not worthy of a particular thing. If you have any, if you have stories like that, you can share with us.
Let's get to know your experiences.
Exactly. We want to read from you. Don't forget to share this, like you said, to anybody that needs to see this. Actually, share it to everybody, because everybody needs to see this.
Yeah.
Know what you want. Order the person very good food with Oya now. You know what I'm saying? Until we come again next time. Bye.